My Pokemon Go luck in the month of April was pretty amazing. We caught some epic shiny shadow Pokemon, we hatched some shinies, we did some dope trade, we caught some rare shinies. It was awesome. So let's take a look back at all of our epic moments from the month of April. Let's start off by talking about shiny shadow Pokemon. You guys know how much I love those, how cool they are, how rare they are, and we got pretty lucky with a few of them.
This is what I was talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, shiny shadow Murkrow. We finally got it this morning. Down that goes right there, 305 CP. Shiny shadow Murkrow. Let's get an IV check. Here we go. Shiny shadow Murkrow is a 0-star, 0610, but it's another shiny shadow in my collection. Shiny shadow Murkrow evolution is going down. A beautiful, beautiful shiny on its own. There it is. Shiny shadow Murkrow is crazy. I feel like this has more shadow aura around it than any other Pokemon I've ever seen.
Shiny shadow Honchkrow. It was a Murkrow at first, but shiny shadow Honchkrow, honestly, not the greatest IVs, definitely not the greatest ones ever, but still, such a cool shiny shadow. I didn't expect Honchkrow to be this awesome. I'm glad I secured it. That was a brand new one for me. And just a few days, 3 days later, we got something, honestly, even better. You can see it right there, ladies and gentlemen. This is a shiny shadow Bulbasaur from a grunt, and it is 357. Oh. 0-star, 575 on the IVs right there. Shiny shadow Bulbasaur from a grunt. On my first Team Rocket grunt battle that gave Bulbasaur, I got a shiny shadow Bulbasaur. Incredible luck. My first ever shiny shadow from a grunt, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that, probably did. But that's an amazing shiny shadow. I cannot wait to evolve this. I'm gonna be evolving this very, very soon, actually, but it is an absolute beauty. IVs on it, of course, are very, very unfortunate, 0-star, but I caught this just 3 days after the shiny shadow Murkrow. I feel like as soon as you get one, you got like a little window to get another one. You know, I feel like I always get them really close to each other, just like I did last month, which, by the way, if you haven't seen last month's adventure, go check it out. That was arguably the greatest month I've had in Pokemon Go history, and no joke. But anyways, shiny shadow Bulbasaur, an absolutely beautiful Pokemon, super rare. I will never forget this. Let's go, man. 2 shiny shadows this month. Love it. So we got pretty lucky in April, but not in terms of trades. We only did one lucky trade because we only got one lucky friend, and I played every day. Check this out.
We are trading away shiny Entei, which hasn't been a Pokemon Go in like years, I think. It's been so long, for a shiny Yveltal. Not gonna be the best. Oh, wow. And it's a 3-star, 15 attack. That is a 93%. Honestly, not bad. 14, 13, 13. Such a beautiful trade, and such a letdown.
Only one lucky trade, and it was this epic shiny Yveltal. It was a 3-star, definitely not a bad one. It's a 91%. Well, actually, that's an 89%. For sure could have been better, but it's an awesome shiny. It was worth a shot, and I love doing lucky trades. Even though I take an L on most of them, it's still pretty fun to do. Now, let's talk about the Hundos, the 100% IV, the perfect Pokemon I caught this month. There was some amazing ones. Here's one of my favorites.
Another 2-kilometer egg coming up. Can we get ourselves a shiny right here? It's a Munchlax. That would be a beautiful shiny, but I will take a Munchlax. Here we go, IV checks on the Pokemon we just hatched. Marini, I think I hatched just off camera. So we got a Marini. Oh, Hundo Munchlax. Wow. Not a shiny, and honestly, I will take a Hundo over a shiny in almost all cases. That's incredible. Wow.
100% IV Munchlax, man. I'm so glad that I hatched this bad boy. I now have the full family, so this was pretty cool to me, and I finally got to evolve one of them. Great Hundo, very, very solid. Then I purified a Zubat because I don't know, why not? It was only a Shadow Zubat. It was like a not so good IV one. I mean, obviously it's pretty high, but purified it for a new Hundo because it's a new Hundo in the collection and it helps add to my Hundo family, which is really, really cool. So that was a great catch. And very recently, we got another Hundo. Check this.
I am just quick catching every single swine up here, and I will check IVs later. 614. Oh, maybe it was 614. Maybe this is the Hundo. I feel like that's the number I remembered him saying. And it was. All right, there it is. Hundo, Swinub. Not a shiny, unfortunately, which would have been insane, but that's still pretty awesome.
100% of Swinub. We evolved it all the way through and actually 50 maxed it as well. So this was a huge moment for me this month, but this was a great Hundo. Could have been a Shundo, of course, but this was really, really awesome. And I 50 maxed it. It's going to be super useful. Can't wait to use this guy in Pokemon Go. But our next Hundo is a top 10 Hundo personally for me. Like, this one means so much. You guys actually haven't even seen this yet. It's a spoiler alert, a never before seen, at least at the moment. We got a 100% IV Dratini, and I'm I'm not gonna say much about this because you guys will see the moment live and see my live reaction to it very, very soon. But I have been hunting this hundo for 7 years. If you know, you know. I've done the raids, research, eggs, hatches, trades, lucky trades. I've done it all. I've always wanted this hundo. I finally got it. I nearly cried when I got this. So this meant so much to me. We're gonna work with this guy today, or this week, very, very soon. An amazing hundo, and honestly, if this was the only hundo I got all month, I would have been so okay with it. I would trade everything I got this month for this hundo. This was awesome. And that'll do it. 4 hundos on the month. Honestly, I've done better, but 4 hundos in a month, pretty good. I don't think anybody's mad at that. Plus, we had 2 new ones, 2 useful ones, and a bunch of rare ones, so you love to see it. And now, let's talk about all of this shiny Pokemon we caught throughout the month. There's a good amount of them, and there's some really, really cool ones here. We started off the month with a very rare event shiny.
Mystic 7, guess what I just got? Shiny Pikachu with the flower crown right off the rip. We just got here. And we just got a shiny Pikachu. Let's take a second and enjoy this, bro. What? Pikachu shiny 132 is a 0-star.
Shiny costume Pikachu at the start, the literal like first hour of the event. It's a great, rare, new shiny, an amazing start to an amazing month, honestly. And this was awesome too. This was the final day of remote raids. RIP, by the way. This is the final day of remote raids before they got nerfed in Pokemon Go. I was doing a bunch of raids and I got a Mega Lopunny shiny, or I got a shiny from a Lopunny. You know what I'm trying to say. We got a shiny Lopunny that was very, very awesome and a great memory for our final day of that era. Next up, oh yeah, the random shiny Executor. We got this live on an adventure, just super random, live on video, crazy shiny, very, very nice one, by the way. Was very happy with that. Oh yeah, and then I think I Go Plus this. Yes, I Go Plus the shiny costume Chansey, which is also a super rare shiny. So this was a very, very cool catch for me. I've always wanted a costume Chansey, by the way, so this was a nice one. Then we got a random Porygon out of research, which, I mean, I'm not mad about that at all. I'll take that for sure. Then we Go Plus the shiny Houndour. I'll take a full out shiny. No one's mad. And then it was shiny Togetic Community Day, where honestly we got a good amount of shinies. I wasn't really going super hard. We were just getting a bunch of Stardust, a bunch of XL candies. And then we hatched this crazy shiny for no reason.
Now, if this is shiny, that will make everything worth it. How are we doing? Oh my God. Shiny Pawniard. Wow. No shot. Shiny Pawniard. Yes, sir. Wow, that's our third one, actually. It's a 3-star. Thank you.
Shiny Pawniard. I was hatching a bunch of eggs, trying to just hatch some shiny Togepi's throughout the day, and we got a shiny Pawniard, a beautiful shiny. It's our third one, so we have the full family now for a future evolution, but it's such a cool shiny. It was a great surprise and a nice touch on Community Day. I then hatched a shiny Togepi, of course, which is not a great IV one. Got a couple more Togetecs, and then we hatched one more shiny Togepi, so 3 shiny hatches from that Community Day overall. We got a random live. This was actually another live shiny Pikachu, just a few weeks later before the other one. We got the shiny Shadow Murkrow, which you guys know about. And then came Stunfisk Research Day, which we started off by getting a live shiny Gligar, which was a great catch, very nice surprise. Then we got a shiny Galarian Stunfisk and make that 2 shiny Galarian Stunfisk. And unfortunately, we didn't get the new one, the real cool one, so that's all good. And then of course, we got the shiny Shadow Bulbasaur, which we talked about earlier. Love this, top 3 catch, I think, of the month for me. And then we went to Swinub Community Day, which we recently just had. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out. But a bunch of shiny Swinubs on the day and 40 shinies throughout the month. Not the most amount of shinies I've ever got throughout the month by far at all, but you know, we hashed some shinies. We got some really cool event costume shinies, shadow shinies. I had a great time. Like I said, a pretty awesome month in a bunch of different ways. Let me know in the comments down below how you guys did in Pokemon Go during the month of April. We had a great March. We actually had the best March. We had a great April. Let's keep this up, and hopefully May is going to be really good too.